Thanks for stopping by. I'd like to preface this video by saying it is not a knitting tutorial, but it means to have something playing in the background while you work on your own knitting project. If you're like me and really enjoy videos while you work, sometimes you find that the content you like is very visually engaging and you're several hours in and haven't gotten nearly as far along in your project as you would have liked to. So that's where I come in. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. We are revisiting a project that I started not that long ago, which is the cat mat. I guess I'm just going to call it a cat mat now. I'm not sure, but it's going to be for my cats, and it's supposed to be felted, and we're not very far at all, and I have just a bit more of this cake left before I can start a new cake in the purple. This is with the Loppy yarn, and it's super bulky. I'm just doing a simple garter stitch across in my size US 13 needles, and once it's done, I'm gonna throw it in my washer till it felts up the way it should in the hot cycle. So we'll see how it looks when it's done, but it is going to be a while. It's a slow going process. I am juggling several projects right now, and I couldn't be happier, honestly. They're not, I mean, the baby blanket's almost done. I'm on starting row 25 of 82. And then I have 6 more rows after that of just regular garter before I can bind off, and then that project will be finished. I'm working on the cardigan for myself. I have this one, and I have a blanket that I'm doing for my pen pal friend. So, you know, not too bad. I'm also going to be starting on some socks because my brother and his fiance are getting their birthday gift really late this year because there's a puzzle that I want for them that's on back order, and I want to send it all as one present. So I kind of have to wait for that. Man, the more I work on this, the more I am wanting to get my metal needles and just buy metal needles because I really don't like how sticky those bamboo needles are. Do not like it. And if you hear any hollering, I think this camera is not picking it up, but my partner is having a conniption downstairs because they're in the middle of playing games. They've been playing games all day long, and I'm surprised they just don't have their eyeballs fall out of their head from how often they're staring at their computer. But that is how it is. So I hope you guys are all having a good day wherever you are. It's I'm filming this on a Monday night. I need to take a moment to take a break because I have to start editing some other stuff, and it's gonna be a while, but that's okay. I am attempted to make some scones this week. I'm off of work. You'll see this in the future, but I'm off of work this week, and besides getting some filming done, I wanted to dabble some more in the kitchen. I've been on a streak of pretty much every week, well, not every week, but the last 3 or 4 weeks I've been experimenting with new and old recipes, both cooking and baking, savory and sweet, and I've been leaning more toward the sweet stuff. Recently, at the time of filming this, I had finished making creme brulee, and it was tasty. However, as following the recipe, I had to sprinkle half of a cup of sugar evenly across 6 ramekins of creme brulee and use my blowtorch. I braved it, and I got it out and tested it out, and the blowtorch still works. It's a little one, so it takes a lot to use it because it doesn't hold as much butane as like a big one does. So when it runs out, you have to depressurize it, and then you fill it up, and then you wait 10 minutes after it's been depressurized to use again. And you can only have it run for about 5 seconds at a time per little trigger push. So it took a while to melt the creme brulee, or at least the sugar part on top. And additionally, because it asked for half a cup of sugar divided, it was a pretty thick layer on each ramekin, and that made it take longer to melt the sugar, which ended up pretty much burning some of it. But I liked the taste. It kind of tasted like campfire marshmallow to me, but my partner didn't care for the burnt one. However, even though there were 6 ramekins, 3 for each of us, they ended up eating 4, which meant I only got 2 creme brulees. And they're like, "Oh, I lost count. I didn't realize I ate all 4 of them." And I'm like, "You didn't even like the crunchy part. I made some a little more crunchy than others, and you still ate the extra crunchy one when you clearly said you didn't like the crunchy one." So I was like, "Bah." But that's how it goes sometimes. So I still have cream, but I had a recipe for scones that my supervisor sent me, and she highly suggested this recipe. I bought lemons, I bought the cream, but then I realized my freezer was full of frozen food, so veggies and stuff that weren't easy to kind of stack. So I had to eat some of those first before I could make room for the scones. And now I finally have enough room where, and you're asking why do you need to do that? The recipe says that after you've made them, they need to sit in the freezer for about 10 minutes or 10-20 minutes, something like that. And then you can put them in the oven. So I need to make sure I can put the tray in there. And at the time, it was too full to put the tray of scones in my freezer. And now I think I have enough room. So I think I might do that tomorrow in the morning time, because then by the evening, if I need to, which I do, place another order for some food to hopefully get delivered to us, I can store it later on and not fill up my freezer again. However, this recipe was sent to me to my work email, and since I'm currently on vacation, it would behoove me, is that the right term? It would be against my best interest to open my work email at this point just to get the recipe, because there's going to be a lot of stuff in there, as often there is, I was gone for like one day and there were 20 emails that were sent to me. So I can only imagine what 3 days of not looking at my email is going to look like. And I don't want that stress. So I think I will just do my best to find the same recipe. Like, I know what's in it. I just don't know if I'm going to find the right one. But considering that the internet is an awesome place, I hope I can find it, because I really do not want to open my email just for this one recipe and then I see that there's a whole bunch of stuff waiting for me to do when I come back to work. So, but that's my fault, because I should have just sent it to my personal account when I got it, so then I wouldn't have to look into my work email again. But at the time, I thought maybe I would have already had the room in my freezer to make them, but I did not. But it's been pretty good. So far, funny enough, since I've been off of work, or since I even knew I was going to be off of work this week, I haven't been staying up until 5 in the morning. Believe it or not, I actually feel tired. Still kind of late, like around 1 or 2, but I go to bed and it's still dark outside and I don't hear any birds, so that's a good sign. And I wake up and it's actually morning and it's not 3 or 4 in the afternoon when I'm starting my day. And to be a night person and not a morning person, and to wake up and have enough sleep and not take a nap during the day is a good sign. And I want to say maybe there's a correlation between having work and feeling like your day is gone and then trying to make up for that day by staying up later and then therefore sleeping in and then wasting your day is somehow related. Just a thought. But I do feel like when I am on vacation, I have a lot more rest. And even though I can't really go anywhere because of this current global situation, I still feel like I can do what I want to do when I'm at home. And that makes up for it. But hopefully, it's only Monday night, so we'll see how I feel tomorrow on Tuesday about all of this. Don't know if I will have that same mentality. Yes, I'm trying to keep my tension loose, because this yarn is stiff and this needle is sticky, so nothing is sliding the way I want it to. So I'm trying not to pull too tight so that hopefully the stitches just flow a little easier down the way here. And then they're easier for me to squish to the end of the needle. Trying. There we go. But I cannot believe it is... can you guys believe it that it's, the end of May, essentially. We're to the halfway point of the year, give or take. I can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe that it's already almost June, and this is where we are right now. Can't believe it. And I haven't started on any of my holiday gifts yet. But I think everyone's getting socks or something. Something quick and easy. Just to make my life a little easier. Because last year, this time, I started out on a good foot, and then I was like, wow, I am really trying to do the most with these holiday gifts this year, and didn't really get enough time for my own knitting, and still not really doing much for myself, but thinking more about simpler projects for the holidays. Then I probably would knit enough socks that I'll get tired of socks, but hopefully, hopefully I won't say that. Where's the end of this? Oh, here we go. I'm losing it, guys. But yes, let me know. Have you started your holiday knitting? Are you already thinking of what to make? Well, if you celebrate any holidays or participate any gift-giving holidays during the holiday season, are you thinking about that now, or have you already started? I believe last year when I posed this question, one of you, if you still watch, had mentioned that you have like a basket or bucket of projects that you just make throughout the year, and then as the occasions arise where you would need to fashion together a gift, you have stuff that's already ready to go, and you just pick something and wrap it up and give it to them. And I thought that was a really good idea. And I still think that's a really good idea. But it seems like every time I think about starting something like that, I have projects like these that come up. And I'm like, wow, I really want to work on that now. And it's not really for, or it's for someone, something. I mean, like, literally just about done with stuff that I needed to give to people in March. So there's that. And I have new socks that I'm making for my brother and his fiance for their birthday. And I was going to make them socks for Christmas, but who's to say I can't make them more socks? I definitely have enough yarn for it, that's for sure. Had to remember to keep a loose hand with this one. Just let the stitches fall off the needle. I'm a tight knitter just by nature, so it's hard for me, but at the same time, the benefits of being loose right now are so high because of how sticky these needles are. But I think if my brother and my brother's fiance ask me, what do you want for your birthday? Or what do you want for Christmas? I'm going to say, here is a wish list of a circular needle set. I know it's pricey, so if you can even just give me a gift card for this site, I don't even know what site yet I want to get them from, but here's an idea of what I want. Give me a circular needle set, please. I think I'm ready to try it. I have so many singulars, but for times like these when I really just need a big old needle and I don't have one, I would like to not have to use these bamboo needles because I pretty much have every size I would need collectively of 40-inch length, but any longer than that, I think you can connect two cords together, right? So it might be worth it. I mean, if somebody else is helping me buy it, then yes, I could totally see the value in having interchangeable needle set. So I really don't use my my streets hardly ever anymore. But honestly, I haven't really been knitting a lot that would require straight needles, so maybe that's why. But even my one of my coworkers, she always knits with circulars. Even if she's knitting like a dishcloth, something flat, she always has circulars. And I guess that's nice because then, you have both of your needles all the time. You can't lose them because they're connected to each other. I need to talk to her. This yarn is also very, fuzzy, too. But my coworker, who is currently furloughed, is the one I'm mentioning here. And she is friends with a coworker who retired. And that coworker who retired is the one who, she knits, but she's the one who gave that coworker that horrible yarn that I don't like, the homespun yarn by Lion Brand. And she gave it to her, and then she gave it to me. But I wonder if they're still in touch. I think they are. But my friend who is furloughed was helping the one who's retired with some knitting projects she had. So I wonder if she's actively in touch with her now that they've been out of close communication through work relations. So I wonder if she's still in touch with her. So I think I'll send her a text. It's late now, but I'll send her a text tomorrow and ask if she is, because I'm curious to know what she's up to. I don't have her contact directly. Otherwise, I'd ask myself. So I know she needed some help with something, so I wonder if she was able to help her with that. Well, we're not going to quite finish this one before the end of the video, but I did want to say thank you again for sticking around and watching and listening to me, hopefully, while you worked on your own project. I'd love to know what you're working on right now if you have something, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!